Hi folks, Pete here from Ashton's Cars. As you can probably see by the fallen leaves around me and a couple that are on the car, it's autumn here at Ashton's Cars, and that means that winter's just around the corner. And we've got a 54 plate Mitsubishi Shogun here. It's a 3.2 litre diesel model, automatic transmission with 7 seats. It's also got rear entertainment, it's got a PlayStation and everything built into it, Sony PlayStation. So quite a nice usable 4x4 for the winter. I've actually for the past 5 or 6 years had Mitsubishi Shoguns as my own winter car. I don't actually need one for myself this year, but you know, this is the type of vehicle I was actually using most winters up until now. They're brilliant tow vehicles. They're also very good off-road as well. They're a proper 4x4, proper old school 4x4. And these long wheelbase ones are 7 seats, which obviously gives them a massive amount of practicality. So as you can see, big car with side steps on it, alloy wheels. It's not perfect, of course not. It's at the end of the day a 17-year-old 4x4, so it's not going to be perfect. And if you look on the bumper corners very closely, you will see a couple of little scuffs on them, which obviously show the age of the car, I guess. It's what you expect because it's a big car, this is. So obviously, you know, there are little scuffs and scrapes on it occasionally from supermarkets when it's been used. I've got the seats at the moment in 5-seat configuration. I'll show you the boot on it in just a second with that. You can actually tumble the middle seats forward as well and have something that resembles a large van when you want to. Just want to show you this bumper corner as well. You can see the scrape by there, and look, there's a little bit of a ridge by there. It's caught something clearly. I mean, obviously when you zoom out it does look quite a tidy car still, but you know, there's no denying it's not brand new, and we're not going to pretend it is for the sake of misleading anyone. A little bit of a panel gap there again. You can see that it's clearly not had what I would call an accident in the front, but it's clearly grazed itself a few times, so there's little marks and little bits of trim that are not fitted quite as nicely as perhaps we would have been when it was new. But that's the bad. Let's have a quick look inside this car. This car is one owner from new. 2 owners on the logbook, but it was a husband and wife who had it first in the husband's name, then the wife's name. Look at the interior that this car's got. Full leather. I want to say wooden steering wheel. It certainly looks like wood and feels like it. I think it is proper wood. It's got plenty of wood look trim on it as well. And a huge sunroof, which is fully electric. The car's automatic transmission, and it has got what's called a super select 4-wheel drive, so you can switch between 2-wheel drive and 4-wheel drive up to 60 miles an hour. It's also got diff locks on it and a low-range gearbox, so this is a car that can do some serious off-roading. If I start it up, it fires straight away. All those lights are clear on there, and you can see a dashboard that is well displayed. Everything's working on it, and it's done, I think, 139,000 miles from new, which, when you give the age of the car, is not a huge amount of mileage. If I zoom back out, you can see that in the centre console there we've also got climate control on it. That's also a stereo display and a few other little things it does, like sort of compass and stuff like that are actually built into that, so it's quite a nifty little thing. It's got plenty of cup holders, it's got plenty of space for your oddments in it. It's a proper family bus, this is. Let's have a quick look in the back of it. I'll leave it running for a second. In the back we have got TV screens in the headrests, PlayStation control by there. I think there's another one drifting around somewhere. It's got heating in the back as well with separate controls, and of course plenty of light flooding in from that huge sunroof, so it's a pleasant place to be here. And of course I've got 5 seats up in it at the moment. These seats here do actually recline as well and give you a little bit more space and versatility in this middle row should you want it. It's got the original mats fitted to it as well. They're in good condition. The car doesn't look like it's had too much of a hard life, to be honest, for a 4x4. The arches, which are the usual thing to go on these, have got some rust on them. That's because on a Shogun, like a Range Rover, the door actually covers over that part, and that does cause it to sometimes collect a bit of water. But it's not completely corroded away, it's bubbling, and it's going to have a brand new MOT on it before it's sold. So if there's any issues underneath, they'll be addressed before this car goes anywhere. Looking back on the MOT history, the car's not actually had any welding or advisories for rot, and that's something that's very important on this type of vehicle. Now, I was amazed when I opened this because I've owned about 8 Shoguns in my life, and I've never ever seen one with a parcel shelf before. I think it probably came with a parcel shelf and people discarded it because they were using the back seats. But this Shogun has actually got a parcel shelf in it, fully working. It's quite a nice little load cover actually. It clips onto the back of the seats as well. But I'm not going to be doing that because I'm actually going to get the seats out for you in a second and show you that. One thing I will show you quickly before I do that though is, if you look by there, that is a Sony PlayStation. So you can play that PlayStation through those headrests and have a controller in the back where the kids can play their games. To be honest with you, that's going to keep them pretty happy on a long journey, isn't it? So ideal family bus as well as a great 4x4. So join me in a second and I'm going to have the seats up in the back just to show you that third row of seats as well. You join me back at our Mitsubishi Shogun. As you can see, the parcel shelf is now out and leaning against the car because I've put the rear seats up. So there you have it, a third row of seats in the boot. Pretty decent size. As you can see, there's a fair bit of legroom there, and they've got the headrests on as well. One thing I wanted to show you is that actually when those seats are out, you have got more luggage capacity, or certainly capacity for tools underneath. It's really deep, that recess. That's where those seats live when they're not in use. It's quite handy to have that. Close that up for you a second. So what I'd like to do is just show you from this side. Pull the lever by here, which is not so easy when you've got a phone in your hand. Oh, let me just put that over the top of it. There you go. That's your rear seats. Quite decent size. Adults are going to struggle on a long journey in there, but they would be able to get in for a shorter journey. But the main thing is, I think that, you know, if you've got kids, they're going to be quite happy in the back, and even happier in this middle row because they've got the Xbox to play with, or PlayStation, sorry. So overall, if you're looking for something that's this versatile, strong, going to do the job, I'm going to be supplying this car with a brand new MOT. It's my favourite car for the snow because the low range gears on these make it very, very usable on steep tracks in the snow. And because it's a little bit older, they tend to be better off-road, these older Shoguns, they do, than the new 4x4s with all the tech wizardry on them. It's a good old mechanical 4x4 this is, which is a much nicer thing really, to be honest with you. In my opinion, less to go wrong and just more usable really. And also you're not quite as precious with an older 4x4 like this. It's something that you can use in the snow and not be overly worried that you're going to curb your 22-inch bling bling alloy wheels on your Range Rover. So if you're looking for something for the winter, something that's strong, that's going to get you through the winter and not let you down, look no further, guys. And if you're interested in this particular car, well, my name's Pete and my number's 07932 873 646. We can be found at ashtonscars.co.uk. You can subscribe to our channel on here. Please do that if you've not done so already. And of course you can give us a like and comment below. And obviously give me a call if you want a part exchange. I'm happy to do that. I'm happy to arrange delivery to you if you're anywhere in the UK. Give me a ring and we can discuss that. 07932 873 646. That's my number once again, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Goodbye.